Be ready? Start. Honorable members of Parliament, I convey my warm greetings on the occasion of 70th anniversary of the adoption of the Constitution of India to all of you and to all our fellow citizens in India and abroad. It was 70 years ago on this very day that in this central hall itself, through the members of the Constituent Assembly, we, the people of India, adopted, enacted, and gave to ourselves this Constitution. It was in 2015, the 125th birth anniversary year of Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, that the Government of India decided to celebrate November 26 as Constitution Day every year. This is a commendable initiative to reiterate our gratitude to the chief architect of our Constitution. This is for the first time that we are celebrating the Constitution Day in the Central Hall with the participation of members of both houses of Parliament. It is a privilege for all of us to witness and participate in this historic event. By their sheer wisdom, prudence, foresight, and diligence, the makers of our Constitution prepared a futuristic and vibrant document that reflects our ideals and aspirations on the one hand and protects the future of all Indians on the other. The Constitution of India lies at the foundation of the world's largest democracy. This is the supreme law in the country's democratic framework, and it continuously guides us in our endeavors. The Constitution is also the fountainhead of our democratic system of governance and our guiding light. We Indians have had a tradition of maintaining our Indian identity while also welcoming noble ideas coming from all the sources. This cultural ethos also finds its reflection in the making of our constitution. We have adopted the best practices from several other constitutions of other countries. In addition, the imprint of our age old values and the ideals from our freedom struggle can also be seen in our Constitution. Our Constitution is of the people of India, by the people of India, and for the people of India. It is a national document whose different facts also reflect the democratic systems prevalent in our ancient assemblies and sabhas and other ancient Indian republics. Under the extraordinary chairmanship of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the Constituent Assembly accomplished the exceptional feat of blending and balancing different ideas and ideologies. The drafting committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar displayed unparalleled prudence, honesty, grit, and diligence. Our democracy finds its place in our constitution. To ensure that the constitution remains relevant our time, the makers of the constitution also incorporated provisions allowing future generations to make necessary amendments as may be deemed necessary. Indian democracy is duly regarded and respected all over the world. This year, the people of India participated in the 17th general election and accomplished the largest democratic exercise in the world. Our 610 million people cast their vote in this election. The participation of women voters was almost equal to that of men. The election of 78 women members to 17th Lok Sabha being the highest number of women members ever elected to this house is a glorious achievement for our democracy. Today, all the members of the Standing Committee of Parliament on Empowerment of Women are women. This signifies an important social and political change reflective of a bright future. The people of our country deserve to be complimented for the value and respect that the Indian Constitution has earned over the last 70 years. Likewise, the three organs of the union and state governments, that is, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, deserve to be complimented for the same. Strengthening the relationship and synergy between the union and states, our journey towards cooperative federalism is a living example of the dynamism of our constitution. While delivering his last speech in the Constituent Assembly on November 25, 1949, Dr. Ambedkar had said that the success of the Constitution would depend upon the conduct of the people of India and the political parties. The illustrious makers of our Constitution had, with complete devotion and honesty, thought to serve and work conscientiously while remaining free from fear or favor, affection or ill will and bias. They would have been confident that their future generations, that is, all of us, will adopt these values with the same spontaneity and integrity as they themselves did. I think in the present times we all need to introspect and reflect upon this. Honorable members of parliament, in one of his speeches to the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar, while underlining the importance of constitutional morality, emphasized that the essence of constitutional morality was to regard the Constitution as supreme and to follow the constitutionally mandated procedures regardless of any ideological differences. All the three organs of the state, persons gracing the constitutional post, members of the civil society, and common citizens of India are expected to abide by constitutional morality. According to our constitution, it is the duty of every citizen to abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions.